1.
All right, today we'll be taking the atoms, elements, compounds, and spheres test. Question 1. Sam's mother is cooking breakfast in a cast iron frying pan. If the pan is made of only iron, what can Sam conclude? A. Iron is a pure substance with the chemical symbol Fe. B. Iron is a pure substance with the chemical symbol I. C. Iron is a pure substance with the chemical symbol capital F, capital E. Or D. Iron is a pure substance with the chemical symbol F. Number 2. The second most abundant element in the Earth's crust is silicon, which is a pure substance with the symbol capital S, lowercase I. G. An impure substance with the chemical symbol S. H. A pure substance with the symbol capital S, lowercase n. Or J. An impure substance with the symbol capital S, lowercase c. Number 3. Pure substances are composed of only one type of atom, are A. Elements and can be represented by one chemical symbol. B. Alloys and can be represented by one chemical symbol. C. Mixtures and can be represented by two or more chemical symbols. Or D. Compounds and can be represented by two or more chemical symbols. Question 4. Which table correctly matches the elements with their symbols? F, G, H, or J? Which table correctly matches the elements with their symbols? Number 5. Mary's mother has a perfect diamond she wants to put into a necklace setting. If diamonds are made of only carbon, what can Mary determine? A. A diamond is a pure substance that can be represented only by the chemical symbol C. B. A diamond is an impure substance that cannot be represented by a single chemical symbol. C. A diamond is a pure substance that can only be represented by the chemical symbol capital C, lowercase a. Or D. A diamond is an impure substance that can be represented by the chemical symbol capital D, lowercase I. Question 6. What is the most abundant element in Earth's crust? So use the chart above. Is it F, magnesium, G, silicon, H, oxygen, or J, iron? Number 7. Which of the following statements best describes the mass of elements in Earth's crust? A. Silicon comprises the largest portion of Earth's solid mass. B. No element comprises more than 1% of Earth's solid mass. C. Every known element has the same abundance in Earth's solid mass. Or D. A limited number of elements comprise the largest portion of Earth's solid mass. Number 8. Which of the following elements is least likely to be found in a random sample of Earth's crust? F, silicon, G, calcium, H, sodium, or J, iron? Number 9. Humans, like all living things, require water to survive. The abundance of water in the body results in 3/4 of a human's mass being composed of A. Carbon, B. Nitrogen, C. Calcium and oxygen, or D. Hydrogen and oxygen. Number 10. Astronomers can use the spectrum of light emitted by distant objects to determine the elements present in those objects. The presence of which elements would suggest the possibility of life on a distant object? F. Oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, or nitrogen. G. Nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus. H. Nitrogen or hydrogen. Or J. Calcium and phosphorus. Okay, number 11. You will use the chart on the previous page for this. What are the two most common elements in Earth's oceans? What are the two most common elements in Earth's oceans? A. Hydrogen and chlorine. B. Sodium and chlorine. C. Oxygen and hydrogen. Or D. Oxygen and sodium. Number 12. The element that comprises the largest portion of the Earth's mass oceans are hydrogen, chlorine, oxygen, or sodium? The element that comprises the largest portion of the mass of Earth's oceans is F, oxygen, G, chlorine, H, oxygen, or J, sodium. Number 13. It is logical for the ocean's two most abundant elements to be what they are because oceans A, contain mostly water molecules, which are composed of oxygen and hydrogen. B, are filled with life, and life is composed of chlorine and sodium. C, contain mostly air molecules, which are composed of oxygen and hydrogen. Or D, are salty, and salt is composed of chlorine and sodium. The acronym CHNOPS is often used to help students remember the most abundant elements in living organisms. Using the periodic table, which elements are represented in CHNOPS? F, chromium, hydrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and selenium. G, carbon, helium, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur. H, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Or J, calcium, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, potassium, and sulfur. All right, use the pie chart below to look at the Earth's atmosphere. So for question 15, you'll use the graph on the previous page. The most abundant element in Earth's atmosphere is A, oxygen, B, hydrogen, C, argon, or D, nitrogen. All right, so using these 4 pie charts, you'll answer the next question. Number 16, which element is found in relatively high abundance in the human body as well as the Earth's ocean, crust, and atmosphere? So which element is in all 3 of them with a high quality? F, silicon, G, nitrogen, H, oxygen, or J, carbon. All right, so using the charts below, answer question 17. 17, which element makes up the largest portion of the composition of the Earth's crust but is not present in notable amounts in any other system? A, sodium, B, silicon, C, calcium, or D, argon. Number 18, below is a picture of a carbon chain. What makes this carbon chain a compound? What makes it a compound? F, it is very long and complex. G, it cannot be broken down into a simpler substance. H, it contains only one type of element. Or J, it contains 2 or more different elements. Okay, number 19. A model of the most basic unit of oxygen is shown below. Which of the following is true of oxygen? A, oxygen is a compound because its most basic unit is composed of 3 different kinds of particles. B, oxygen is an element because it's the most basic unit of an equal number of protons, neutrons, and electrons. C, oxygen is a compound because its most basic unit has 2 chemical bonds. Or D, oxygen is an element because its most basic unit is an atom. Number 20. An element is different from a compound because an element is highly reactive and a compound stable. G, a compound contains a maximum of 1 or 2 pure substances, and an element contains many. H, an element cannot be broken down into simpler substance, and a compound can. Or J, a compound is composed of only 1 pure substance from the periodic table, and an element is composed of more than 1. Number 21. Which of the following is an element? A, CuSO43, B, MgBr, C, HCl, or D, O2. And then finally, number 22. Using the models above, which model contains only an element? Which model contains only an element? F, Q, G, R, H, S, or J, T. So which one of the models above, Q, R, S, or T, represents an element? Thank you for taking the quiz.